Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone has had a swell day today. Mine was pretty good. We're obviously going to talk about it here in un momento. Ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi. Is it a little out of focus-ish? Hi, how are you doing? Maybe turn that. Nice. Okay. Boys and girls. Damn, this is nice. Okay. Let's talk. Welcome back to the MJS Daily Recap. We're going to get to that in a second. Okay. So, let's go over this stuff, shall we? Because I have some interesting ideas for today, and I want to make sure that we fly through this as fast as possible. I tried to do, brief note here, I tried to do a little bit more with the sound. I hope the music is okay. I increased it just a little bit, so you could probably hear it a little bit more, maybe, like compared to yesterday. I tried to like go back and look and see if it, like how it is and everything. What I was also trying to do is I was trying to use headphones so I could hear myself like I do when I podcast, and then I could also hear like the audio and stuff like that. That was a little weird because like I couldn't get the audio from the music and everything to line up and everything like I wanted it to, but we'll work on that. It's not a big deal. If it's not fixed, if it's not broken, don't fix it, right? So yeah, that's where we're at on that. But anyway, let's dive into this. So, I woke up kind of late today because I went to bed late again, and I needed to do FBP 63. So every week, new episode of Fueled by Progress, Wednesday at noon. If you're not subscribed yet, here's your opportunity. This is the most recent episode. It's with a buddy of mine, Izaz Ahmed, or Ism, as I call him. And this is a really good episode. He's a member of the U.S. military. So a lot of insight about that and just like all the stuff that he has going on. I had a great time. And like I said, go there and make sure you hit that subscribe button as well when you're there. But yeah, so we got that going. Took care of that. It was late getting it up. It was kind of like, more like almost like 1. But we got it up and everything like that. It's good, solid, tremendous. Happy with how that's going. I'm happy with the conversations we're having. I need to continue to make sure that I schedule them ahead of time, because I don't want to be in a position where I have to like scramble for guests. So we got one for this coming week, so we just got to keep going. But podcasting is fun. I have a bunch of ideas and a bunch of like a ton of experience, but I have a decent amount of experience now with it. And I'm just trying to continue to grow. So if anybody out there wants to start a podcast and wants to have any, thinks that, they need some help or they don't know where to start, hit me up. More than happy to help you. Next thing I did was just a little thing for Ray's Restaurant. I think my LinkedIn actually says I'm like the IT director. So, occasionally I do some computerish work for them. So we just did the special calendar that we do. Stupid stuff like that. Like, sometimes it's like, why would you mention something like that? But like, the experience that I've gotten over the years on doing little things like with Microsoft Publisher and, different, things in Word and PowerPoint and all that sort of stuff, like, it's definitely added up. And, you can do cool things with a lot of different tools. So anything that you're doing, don't take that for granted. Make sure that you tell people about that, or make sure if you ever do like a project, no matter how silly you think it is, if you're trying to get a job or something like that, make sure you tell people about that, because it's definitely worth it. Any sort of experience you get in any sort of related field to what you're trying to accomplish, I think that's really important, and that's why I do these. So yeah. And then worked on the MJS site. I'm going to come back to that because I think we might have some more things that we can kind of go over there. I didn't do anything crazy. I was just adding some resources and stuff. It's coming along. It's just taking a long time. So, but I have some more stuff later, so we'll touch on that. And then I processed AM and the PM32. So, I kind of want to talk about like sort of how I felt today, but I was supposed to get up and do that. And normally when I get up, like the first thing that I do is like the most productive thing, the hardest thing generally, whatever it is. So it's either like editing a podcast or, something like that. That's just like I do it, but it's not like my absolute favorite thing to do. I love live streaming. I love building websites to a certain degree as well. But editing podcasts, I almost have to force myself to do that sometimes. And today I didn't really do that for AM and the PM, and I waited and I waited and I waited, and I like went throughout the day. And like I said, I'm going to talk about that here in a second. But I'm very proud of myself because like honestly, sometime around like 8 o'clock, I just decided, yep, we're just going to do this, and we knocked it out. So it's already scheduled. It's completely done. It's our Halloween special, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Go there and watch it. Actually, I will give you a link to the website. There you go. But it's on YouTube, and yeah, so definitely go check that out if you haven't already. It's a great, I'm gonna go on a limb and say it's the best relationships podcast ever, in my opinion. So yeah. Okay, so I want to talk about a couple things here. And I'll talk about this one real quick first. So like my buddy Jesse Steckley's been on the podcast, been on FPP before, has a business called Tech Neighbor. You should go check that out too. He has a podcast. He has all sorts of stuff there. He sent me this video, and I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I will just put it in the I'll put it in the chat here. And if you want to watch it, you can watch it. But basically, you can tell from the title here, your phone is listening to you, ultrasonic cross-device tracking. And basically, it goes through this 12-minute video, and it talks about like a bunch of different stuff that is really interesting and really kind of creepy, depending on what the way you see it. So I'm gonna paraphrase it. Like I said, go watch the video. Basically, there's it says this method of like if you have a television and you're sitting 10 feet away from your television on your phone, commercial comes on and like it'll emit like ultrasonic high frequency like noises, like that you can't hear, like your dog could hear or some shit, and it says like your dog will be going crazy or whatever. And then those frequencies will come into your phone, and they'll like tell you, like it's like cross device, like it says cross device communication. So like your phone is receiving information from the beacon, in the sense this TV in this case, and it's like you can't really tell, but it's like telling your phone as that as an extension of you, like you're the user on that, telling you what you like, what commercials you're watching, what shows you're watching, things like that. Just honestly, it happens every day. You go on to Macy's.com and then you get ads for shit on Facebook from Macy's.com. It's called retargeting is what that is. But this is a little different. This is a little more spooky because it's like kind of really done under the radar. Like there's no way to kind of counteract that unless you turn off your microphone and stuff and all that stuff. So it's an interesting video. I don't remember the entirety of it, but the idea is just like, I had a brief discussion with him afterwards, and it's like it's kind of like this constant battle between privacy and convenience. And I don't really know if we're ever going to get more privacy back. Like, I'm not. But I'm in an interesting space though, because I'm not the type of person that really cares too much about what of me goes out there. There's obviously certain things that I don't really want people to necessarily know because they might compromise my actual my personal identity, integrity type thing, which everybody has those. But for the most part, like I'm not concerned with what people, what I watch and the things that I use and stuff like that. Like I'm trying to actually put all that out there on the MJS website for the most part, and like these videos and like what I'm doing every day and stuff like that. So it's a little bit different for me than I think other people that might be more like private and keep their stuff close to the vest there. But I just wanted to talk about it briefly because it's a real thing. Obviously, it's a real battle between privacy and convenience, and like what companies and the government are doing to spy on people just to make people feel safe, or in the government's point of view, and then on corporations, they just want to sell you stuff. Like I'm not like the corporations one is like less concerning to me because like they want data and they want all this stuff, but like at the end of the day, they're trying to make money off of me. So I mean, if they sell my data to other people, that would suck. But like if it's for advertising purposes, it's like I'd rather not. But at the same time, it's just bottom line is maybe I'm naive, but it's not something that I super worry about a lot. But it is interesting though, and the technology is really interesting because the idea that I actually had somebody tell me about this like 2 years ago when I was working in the real estate industry, and they were like, they wanted to advertise like this. They wanted to get a little beacon and put it in like random places, almost like a little sticker or something like that, and put it on like a subway train or something. And then you don't even have to really understand exactly how it works, but just imagine this little puck, like a little hockey puck thing. You stick it to somewhere on a train, and then it just emits like these sounds or frequencies or little like different things, and they just ping right to people's phones. And then they get a customized like little message saying like, hey, so-and-so houses, this, that for sale, whatever. And it's really interesting from that regard. And that's always the way that I think about it. I think about it on the, if you want to say like the offensive side, not the defensive side. Even though I don't really use any of that stuff right now, I enjoy the idea of it. But because at the core of it, the technology isn't the problem. The problem is the people that use the technology, unethically, if that becomes the problem. So I don't know. It's just an interesting video. Like I said, you should watch it if you care about that sort of stuff, because I thought it was pretty interesting. But yeah. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this other topic here, and I kind of alluded to it earlier. So I just described my day, and I described it in a way that was relatively productive. I got some things accomplished. But if I actually look at it, if I actually try to remember back on it, I woke up, I did some stuff, I ate some food, I worked a little bit more, but like I was at home all day. Okay, and there was a period of time like where it was probably like 6:30, and this happens on more than one occasion, but I just noticed it today, and I wanted to make sure that I talked about it. It was like 6:30 or so, and I kind of felt like a little down just because I was like not really getting a lot more accomplished. Like for some reason, like middle afternoon is normally pretty difficult for me. Morning, I just tear through shit. Later at night, it's pretty like almost it's the second most optimal time, and that middle is just terrible. So I'm sitting there, and like I'm sitting on my little exercise ball chair thing that I have, and I'm kind of just scrolling through like different social medias and stuff, and I just don't want to do anything. And I'm constantly thinking about how to combat that. I'm constantly thinking about like what this really is, like entrepreneurship and all that sort of stuff, and like trying to build these things. And it's all very fulfilling. Like there's no way I would change it, but like the one thing that like if somebody out there like is listening and they want to do something like this where they want to build shit for themselves and do all that sort of stuff, you got to realize that it's fucking difficult. Like it's difficult, not that it's like it's an interesting definition of the word difficult is what I mean. Cool transition. It's a very interesting definition of the word difficult. Let me try to explain it from my perspective. It's very fulfilling. It's very like I don't want to be anywhere else. Like I don't want to have a job. I don't want to work for anybody. I want to be my own boss. I want to do my own stuff. I want to make, because I know that things that I'm doing are worthwhile and valuable. But the trouble is that it's I've heard this before, and I've just started now to like kind of feel it. It's fucking lonely. Like it's really lonely at times, because when you're building something, especially when you start, there's no one to help you. Like there kind of is if you hire people or you trade off with people and do different stuff. And even like, here's an example, like AM and the PM. Like I do that with Amanda, but like she doesn't really do a lot of the work, like she has a fucking job. Like I'm doing most of the work, so it's like, it's lonely. And I don't normally feel lonely. I normally feel like actually better when I'm alone, because not like better all the time, but like I enjoy the time by myself because I'm a very like individualist person and I'm working on things. But like today specifically, it was just like I was like middle of the day, middle late afternoon, early evening, and it was like I just don't feel like doing anything else. And you just, and I don't know, you just slip into it. You just slip into that fucking feeling. It's very strange. And I don't know exactly how it happens. And then what's your next option? Like, what do you do? And it's like, well, you got to try to pull yourself out of that somehow. And luckily today I was able to do that. I was able to do AM and the PM, so I didn't have to fucking force it and finish it tomorrow. Because I don't want to do that with these. I don't want to do that with these things. I don't want to treat it like fucking school where like you just put everything off until the last minute. That's fucking stupid. So, I was proud of myself for that, but it got me thinking. It just got me thinking about the loneliness thing, lack of motivation at times. And it's not like because I don't want to do this stuff. There's something there. It's like almost like a mini burnout during the day, I think, because I've been talking about this before. I have there's a piece of paper that's all blurred out right here because of my sick Nvidia broadcast software, but you can't really see it, but you see those 3 red dots. They're magnets, and there's a thing. It's like a daily routine that I've tried to establish and stick to, which I'm not very great at doing it. But the stuff that I put in my calendar and everything like that, I stick to that pretty well, and I'm constantly trying to build in new things. Point there is that I have to make sure that even though I'm trying to do all this stuff and we're not making money yet and we're still very much in the building phase, I still have to make sure that I make time for myself. And if you're doing a similar thing, it doesn't matter if even if you have a fucking job and you're just going through it, you got to make sure that you make time for yourself, because you will burn out. And I'm not saying that I'm burnt out, but you will have these mini burnouts, and you're like, what the fuck is happening right now? It's like you just slipped into some sort of weird coma phase, and it's like, why do I feel like shit and not want to do anything? I love the stuff that I'm doing. What is going on? And I think it's just because generally you can't do the same thing for fucking hours and hours and hours on ends and days on end, because that doesn't make any sense. And I think that's one of the reasons why I have like different projects and different companies and stuff that I'm working on, because I think that's important. I want to make sure that I keep it lively to some degree. But I was thinking about it today, and I was trying to think of ways to mitigate that, ways to change it up, ways to, in the middle of the afternoon, what should I do? And I've said this for a long time. I need to go exercise, because days that I have ball hockey and I play, it's well, that's good because I'm getting exercise, endorphins and all that sort of shit. Because I like being, outside. I like being, exercising in general. And on days that I don't do that, it's apparent. When I'm inside all day, I was basically in this room for 90% of the day, it's fucking difficult, so you got to be careful. And especially now, I'm starting to realize it more than ever. I didn't go through a real sad or depressed phase in any of this quarantine stuff, but I could definitely understand how people that were more outgoing and just went to work every day and stuff like that, they would have been fucking terrified. It would have been a terrible time for a work from home perspective. For some people, it definitely could have been. It's kind of cool in a lot of ways, and I don't really mind it. And specifically, again, going back to quarantine, I had a lot to distract me because I was really building then a lot of the structure pieces and stuff that I just needed to get done, and I could just crank through. But now as we continue to round the corner from this, and just hopefully round the corner from this, and then also me continuing to build these things up, it's tough. It's just an interesting time. So moral of the story though is I need to be a little more personally responsible for some of the things, the exercise stuff in the middle of the day, and something, even sleeping. Honestly, I've thought about that too. Even just taking a fucking nap, when you feel like shit, and just to re-energize something. But I'm going to continue to work on it, but I needed to document that and talk about that here, because that was really interesting. And, I'm sure other people feel like that too, but again, there's just some fucking topics that people don't talk about, and they're fucking important. So I'll step up, be the person to talk about them. I don't give a shit. So yeah, but yeah, so we did that. That's pretty much all I have on that. On a lighter note here, and on a much different note, and I don't know actually how deep we're gonna go into this. Cool transition. To go back to the things that I was, a couple things that I was talking about earlier, like the MJS site. I want to talk about the MJS site, but I really want to do some stuff. So I follow Entrepreneur, who is Max Mirho. He was on FBP. Hopefully he'll be on again. But let me go to him real quick, because anybody that I talk about, I like to plug, because I don't know, I enjoy plugging people that I follow. So you should go check him out. He does same type of thing here. He streams via Restream out to different platforms entrepreneurial based content, different startups and stuff like that. The reason I bring him up is because I want to do, like, these daily recaps are awesome. I think they're really important. I enjoy doing them. Hopefully some people get some value out of them. If not, okay. But what I want to do here, either, and I might start right now, but like kind of like more regularly. And actually this kind of ties back into what I was just saying. I think that if I worked, like actually did work, like built websites and the stuff that I do, I could honest to God like stream and work at the same time. Meaning like stream what I'm doing. And that's why I bring up entrepreneur, because that's kind of what he does. But like, for instance, okay, I'll give you a perfect example. So like, if you've been here before, you're used to this. Like me kind of just like looking at Google Keep here, going through the stuff, talking about my day, showing a couple things here and there. But I have these two ideas down here that I kind of want to work on, like during a stream. So option one is we can build a house, which if you know me, then, or if you've ever watched AM and the PM and stuff like that, like we've talked about this before. I have a document that is like a mile long, and like I'm bringing Amanda into the the loop with it. It's like things that I want in my house. Like I want to build a custom house one day, probably 10 years from now, and I want it to be the forever home, and I want it to be the way that I want it to be. You know, I've experienced a lot of stuff in my house and other people's homes and all this sort of shit, and there's just things that I want, and I don't know I don't know how weird I am for that, but I don't really give a shit because I think it's a great idea. So I'm putting together I have this big document of things that I want, and I want to just go ahead and like, you know, try my hand at like trying to lay something out, like if it was going to be a custom built home or something like that. I don't know. It's sort of interesting to me to kind of build that, even though I have absolutely no interest in being like an architect or anything like that. But you know, maybe I could just do my own, like kind of give it some sort of an idea to the people that build my home what I want. But anyway, that's the first option. So there's actually this thing, which is called Home by Me. I think it's just that right there. That'll work. So I found this one day, and this is just called Home by Me, and I've played with it a little bit, and you can just go in here and you create a project, and you know, it just gives you a layout here, and then you can just like make rooms and walls and all sorts of shit. And it's kind of cool. Like I said, I played with it a little bit. And, you know, you can just, like I said, you can go through this. So this is one option. I think this would be cool to just kind of like just do this and kind of talk my way through some of the things that I'd like in my house, and try to build it, even though this is kind of difficult to use. It's straightforward, but it's just kind of difficult because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But yeah, so that's one option. The other option is to work on the MJS site. Now that is much more familiar to me because I do that all the time. And I think that could be cool. I just don't know how like entertaining per se it could be, but I really do think that a live stream or a video that goes over the things in that website could be valuable, either for people that want to know, like have a reason to know about the content on there, or somebody that wants to build their own type of thing like that. Because I just see a lot of fucking people out there that have personal brands and actually doing a really good job at like growing it, but there's certain pieces of it. This is always what I think about myself. I feel like one of my greatest strengths is like structure and like really thinking about the very basic pieces that like build like a strong foundation of something. And what I mean by that is simply just like almost this website. Like there's going to be a lot of good, like basic, but really solid content on here that I don't envision somebody coming to this website and going through every one of these tabs. That's not really what I'm thinking. What I kind of envision more is having this being the epicenter. I've talked about this before. But me being able to say like, me being able to hit up somebody or somebody hit up me and say, hey, what kind of microphone to use, what kind of camera to use, what kind of video editing software to use, like anything like that, what kind of fucking ball hockey gear to use, like whatever it is. And then I can just say like, oh, that's a great question. Might tell them a little bit about it. And then I'll say, hey, look, just go to this link and you can see everything. Like go to like this link, this, you know, markjosephsmancy.com/mygear, and you can see everything, you know? And that's just kind of the way I think about it. I don't think a lot of people like fully, I don't know. I'm just more into this. And I think some people are more into like making content. But when you can't physically get people to a specific thing, it becomes difficult, I think. Because people like this amount of I feel like I'm somewhat assuming, like I'm putting too much assumption into it, but like I feel like a lot of times people they're not going to go searching for something that they're not exactly sure is there, if that makes sense. Like somebody, let's try to use an example. Somebody looks at this stream, watches this stream, and then they want to know like what camera I use or something, right? For instance, okay, so you can't really see the camera, but you know I'm using camera. You're interested in my equipment or whatever. How would you go about doing that? Like how would you get to that point? How would you do that sort of stuff? I'm just saying that I think there's good practices that you can put in place to try to make sure that people, this is just one example, but know where to find things about you, about your brand, whatever it is. It doesn't need to be a personal brand. It just needs to be like any sort of thing that you're trying to do. And you know, there's more than one place, obviously, to put your information. And if you're strongly suited on like, you know, YouTube, for instance, and you have a lot of subscribers on there, I'm just saying, and we had this conversation yesterday, but like just make sure that you're well diversified. You're putting your shit out there in the right spots. And like I said, this really comes back to the website thing. I just love having a website that has a bunch of stuff that I believe in, that I use, that I think could really benefit from people, and that's kind of it. So as far as the work that I put in here today, I was just adding more of these resources, so different tools and things. And I need to go back through and like I said, do all these things here. But I don't know. This is just, I'm just enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. We're gonna keep moving forward. We're gonna keep adding to these types of things, and this is gonna be pretty dope. I'm very excited for the mammoth of a thing we're building here. But yeah. All right, so what should we do? Should we try to work on this site? If anybody's here and wants to cast a vote, feel free. MJS site or the build a house thing. Regardless, I'm probably going to start this thing real quick here. So project name, we'll call it the Forever Home. And what kind of project do we want to start? Renovation, new construction, dreamed project, or other? Fucking UFO. That doesn't even make sense. I'm going to say it's either one of these, and I don't know what the difference is as far as like actual. I always hate it when like people give you options like this. Like, they ask you a question and they give you options, but they don't explain what the different options, like the consequence is. Like if I click on new construction, is it going to give me different options to build with? Or is this like what the hell? I don't get that. And then and what type of housing? TP, what? I don't know. Do you have an existing 2D floor plan to use as a model? No, but that would probably help, I'm sure. Room by room or draw the walls. I'm going to do this. See, this is so, like, how the fuck are you even supposed to do this? I'm not an architect. I'm not an architect and I don't know how to do this. Okay, so let's try to think. We're going to devote maybe like, I don't know, 15 minutes or so to this, because I think this is going to be fun. I'm happy about this. I'm happy that we're doing this. But I do need, what the fuck is a breakfast room? What the hell? But it's actually funny because like I need most of these things. Amanda's going to want a wine cellar. But I need to figure out like what, I wish I could see like, can you say like cool house floor plans? This is really where you should probably start with something like this. Like a modern floor plan or something. And see, like, there's a lot of shit like this. Like, there's a lot of things that, there's a lot of cool things that I'd want. And we should honestly probably start. Let me see here for a second. Let me see. Whoops. Cannot spell for shit. Let's see here. Let's see. Housing. Main house. Let me try to grab some of this stuff here. Let me copy this. We can kind of go through this too at the same time. Just trying to get this information in a place where we can all see it. Oh, that looks kind of yucky, but oh well. Actually, you know what? I have a better idea. Let's try something else. Wait a second. Oops. Momentary pause. This is gonna be pretty cool. I'm actually really excited about building a house one day. I just don't know jack shit about how to do it. All right. This will help us. Okay. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. So no, I did not say I did not say the G word. Never mind. Shut up. Okay. So, this is sort of the preliminary thing. I just kind of copied and pasted this out of another document, but this is the idea of the dream house, if you will. The dream thing. So Pittsburgh, PA, kind of like North Suburbs, good school district. We can't put that in the build plan because that doesn't, have any purpose in there. I was thinking 4-bed, 3-bath. As far as children and stuff goes, I like to think long term. And I was thinking no more than 3 kids. So, 4-bed should work, I suppose. Maybe 5, but that's a little. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that's a little ridiculous. So, but 4-bed, 3-bath type of thing. I have no idea how much something like this would cost, especially given the area. I'm probably looking at 7 sevens. I don't know. That's not good because that's a lot of money. Probably more than that actually, especially if you build your own custom home. I know people that have built them and they're like 1.5 mil. So that's not really that good. But regardless, we're playing around and this is something that I enjoy doing, so we're gonna do it. So let's think about this then. So 4 beds, 3 baths. I'm thinking 2 floors. We should probably make this a little. We should probably make this a little more simple, like out of the gate here, because this is just a lot to think about here. So let's think about how many floors we should do. I think 3 floors, like so a basement, a main floor, and an upstairs, second floor. And then we should probably talk about I'll go down, so second floor. This is probably the way that I should have built this document, but we can always change that. And I want to do this guy here. And I wonder how many other people have built a house on like Twitch and all these things here, like all these different platforms at the same time. Live streamed and built a house. Maybe I'm the first one ever to do that. That'd be sick. I don't know though. Okay, so second floor. So we have the floors. So here's my idea. Like I know nothing about floor plans. Like I said, I'm not an architect. And I'm looking at something like this and I can barely fucking read it. That's an interesting thing. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Is it like a table? Yeah. What the fuck is this? This is like a compound or something? The garage thing is actually really interesting to me. So let me talk about this for a second. So I have a garage right now that's actually a 6-car garage at my parents' house, but 2 of the spaces are basically like used up by like, tools and stuff like that. So we fit 4 cars in there, and I can never not have a garage. Like I actually don't think that I'd be able to function without it, because especially living in Pittsburgh, like in the cold weather times, it's absolutely pretty shitty. So I don't think that I want that to happen. Like I don't think that is something that I don't think that that's something that I'm gonna want to do. I want to make sure that I have a garage at all times. Now, here's the thing. If we have a 4-person family, we gotta have a 4-person garage, in my opinion. Like, so I had this idea, and there's no way to visualize it. I have a picture somewhere, but like I had this idea where I don't know if like Imagine something like this almost, like this one, but it's a 4-car garage and it drives through. I could probably just try to make it over here, but I'm still very difficult at, this is difficult to make this at scale. So I'm going to say like a garage here, and then I'm going to say another room. No, not a room. And we're going to make exterior, and it's a driveway. And like imagine something like this. This editor is actually really annoying because I think you like it's almost I haven't figured out a way to move shit after you've done this. Let's do this again. I could absolutely do this. I'm getting very excited about what I'm doing right now because I want to just continue to do this. Like I want to make sure that I oh, garage doors. Fucking nice. Nice. Ooh. Can't see, my camera's in the way. I don't know which color, but ooh, fuck. This is really nice. I don't know if I like this or this. I think this. Oh, wow. Wow, we're going to need to get way wider. Something like that. I see. Why can't I move this? That is the annoying part about this. All right, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to double this. That's huge. Then we're going to duplicate that, and we're going to slide this over here. This is what I'm talking about, though. Something like this. Give me that. Oh, for the love of Jesus. Come here. There we go. Something like this. This is not going to be built to scale or exactly the right way, obviously, here. I wish it gave you better tools to kind of like line shit up. But this is what I mean here. Is like something like this is what I'm talking about. Okay, you're going to have to use your imagination. I don't know how wide this is. Probably that wide is probably fine. Now, see, I don't think that this is a great idea, personally, like really, because it's like, actually, I love the idea. I just don't know how cost effective it'd be. Probably very non-cost effective, like probably very expensive. I would imagine. And I like how you can change like what this is. Why is there just no? See, like this is cool that that things like this give you options, but at the same time, it's like really annoying because like I don't need to have this many options. Like if you're gonna give me this many options, can you like make some standard ones where I can just like, like asphalt or something like that instead of like every freaking type of brick ever invented or something. Anyway, this is kind of what I'm thinking here. So imagine, and that doesn't even make any sense because cars aren't going to fit in there. Son of a bitch. Imagine this. Oh yeah, that's a big bitch. I don't know how big a car is. How big is a car? 10 feet? I think that's 20 feet 9 inches right there. What the hell happened? See, why does this happen? Delete that. And why do you do this? Why do you do this to me? Whoa. That doesn't... I really don't like some... Like, this is a really cool thing, and it's totally free, but there's some pieces of it that just don't make any sense. Like, why doesn't it let you duplicate some things? Seems silly to me. Okay. Probably shouldn't worry about the flooring of this right now, but it's alright. We're just playing around. Okay. Let's do another one. Why can't I duplicate those? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Alright, but this is what I'm talking about. After 45 minutes of fucking around with this. This is what I'm talking about here. It's something that would be kind of cool. Is if you can imagine, this is a 4-car garage, so you could fit a car, I'm sure that would probably fit 4 cars or whatever, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's your garage. And you would have that And this would be your driveway. Can I zoom out of this? Yeah. So like this would be your driveway here. And you would actually have more of a driveway probably. You'd have probably space for one more car or something like that. So like you could have a car here and a car here if you really wanted to, like when people like come in or something like that. And then I guess you'd need to probably fucking do it back here too. This is getting massive. But something like this, okay, is an idea that I had. And then this garage is the let's see here. Room type, basement. We'll just do something like this. I'm trying to keep it just as easy as possible here. So something like this is really what I'm thinking, and would be kind of really cool, is if you could have a basement and you could have a garage. Interesting. What the hell is a ceiling opening? What the hell is that? Stop moving. Strange. Concrete. Is it just like a regular concrete? I don't know why this is so. That, I guess that's fine. Doesn't matter. This is cool though. This is cool. I'm really enjoying this. But like, so this is what I mean though. This is the idea that I had. And I was like, how can I get a 4-car garage but have the garage attached to something? And I thought that like this is one idea. I haven't fully thought this out yet because my garage is like totally disattached from the house, and that's kind of not the coolest thing in the world, but actually like I don't know, there might be some benefits, but like I know other houses, a lot of other houses have the garage like attached either to the side or like, you know, in the basement, like, you know, under. A lot of times they'll dig out the basement, they'll put the garage like next to the basement in the floor plan just like this is, and then you'll have something like this. So I don't know the dimensions of a house is a big problem too. Like I don't know if this, like I don't know if there should be, like if the garage, I don't know actually, what is this, 20 feet? Like what is an actual house in like depth is a good question. This looks way bigger than fucking 20 feet. So I don't know, maybe this plan doesn't work, but I think that if I could have a 4-car garage, like, you know, affixed to a house somehow, that would be pretty dope. But yeah, this would be the, can I rename this? I wanted this to be the basement. God damn it. But yeah. So something like this. I don't know. I'd have to think about it more. Like the, you know, the driveway and stuff like that would probably be, if this was the basement, it would have to depend on like the way the land was set and all that sort of stuff. So I don't know. But pretty much every house in this area has a basement. So I don't think you really get out of that. And I think you could utilize a lot more of the space if you did that. But that would be kind of cool. Trying to visualize this because that is pretty dope. I really like this idea, truthfully. I really do. I don't like how you can't do the ceiling height. That's crazy. Let me show you something else like cool about this though. Like you can, so like you can go in here and you do like a realistic image, and it looks like you can like, I'm in the garage. This is fucking cool. Look at that. Whoa. I mean, I'm outside. See, this is a little much. Oh, fuck. All right, I'm in love. I'm in love with this program too. This is amazing. This is free. But this is nice. Oh my God. I'm in love. I've been seeing a lot of people build houses and build like architecture and stuff like that recently with Christian Guzman and Maxx Chewning and everything like that. I swear to God, this house that I built might actually be white and black like this, because this color scheme is just disgusting. I really do like this white and black appeal. Even though I'm a black and red guy, I don't know how much you can really make your house like black and red. Look, this is amazing. Look at this. That's incredible. I guess you can't display people. I don't know how that works. Where's the background image? I don't know where the background image would go. Oh, this is weird. This is cool though. I'm excited about this. I am excited about this. I'm gonna continue to build this because this is dope. This is real dope. Would 2 cars fit in here? I'm having trouble like seeing how much actual room there is. Oops, I don't know what that is. Cool. That is cool. Okay, so should we continue to build this? Like, how can we continue to play around with this? Because that's my one huge idea. And maybe we can go back here for a second. Oh, not there. Here. Okay, so the basement. So let's start here because this is probably easier. So we'd have a kitchen, obviously, on the main floor. We'd have maybe a dining room. I don't know. Have some sort of living area. I feel like this has got. I feel like the garage has got to be on that. Definitely want a bathroom. Definitely want a bathroom. A half bathroom on the main floor. Master bedroom. I've seen people have like bedrooms on the fucking first floor too. I don't know about that. I almost want 4 bathrooms. No lie. But I'm also kind of a minimalist. Like, I don't want to have extra shit just to have extra shit. Like, and if you can see down here in this thing, it's like I went through and I like said like kitchen, you know, open design, stainless steel appliances. Like, this is a fucking non-negotiable. Like, absolutely 100% gonna have a hard-lined water filter in my house because I drink so much water and I'm not refilling Brita things in the fridge. I don't care how much that costs. That's going in there, you know, and other stuff like this. So, wine storage. I'd love to give Amanda one of those little, one of those things that you see on social media from time to time where it's like, there's like an island in the kitchen and then like it opens up and goes down to like a little wine cellar. I think that would be cool. I don't think she really cares that much about wine. She just likes wine. And I don't like, I have a somewhat of a disdain for alcohol. So, you know, I don't drink at all, so I've never drank. So that would be not for me. But if that's something she would like, I think that would be cool. Don't want to have, here's an interesting one, just kind of thinking of random things and you know, I spelled toilet wrong. Like master bedroom. No TV. I don't want to have a TV in there. Really honest to God, maybe a maximum of 2 TVs in the house I think would be great. TV in the main living room and maybe a TV in the basement, depending on what the basement is. I think it would be awesome to make the fucking basement a gym. Would love that. Honest to God. It'd be really cool to make the basement a gym. Does this have gym material in here? You get gymnasium equipment? Gym. Babies and kids? No. Outdoors, garage. What is it called? Oh my God. I got cars. Well, actually, this is kind of cool, actually. I want to actually put a car in there. Yeah, fucking Ferrari. Yeah. Was that a shovel? What? I didn't know they had all this, truthfully. Is there like... Oh, there it is. Oh, fuck. Oh my God. Are you fucking kidding me? That's how big a car is? No. Are you shitting me right now? This garage is like 20 feet long. What? That's absurd. Oh, you can move this. This doesn't make any sense. What the fuck? Oh, we're going to put 4 Teslas in the fucking garage. That is fucking nuts, though. Can you spin it? Yeah, you can't spin it. This is pretty cool. Well, we're all gonna fucking back in the garage. I mean, fucking summon. Come on now. Oh, wow. That is fucking awesome. I did not realize they had that. This is so aggravating. I guess it needs to be twice as long. That's fucking nuts. This is awesome, though. I would highly recommend that if anybody's looking to build a house or just play around like I am, like, get this thing because it's free. Do they have Tesla wall chargers as well? Oh, I don't know what that was. What did I just move? Do they have Tesla wall if they have Tesla wall chargers in this program here to put in your garage, I will shit my pants. Why can't you fucking duplicate a driveway? Somebody explain that to me. No. This is huge. I didn't realize that this was going to need to be this big. Not to mention, that doesn't even make any sense. I mean, how's the garage? Well, fuck, I guess, yeah, the garage is... How long is that? Empty. You just get rid of all the shit? That's crazy. I don't know. That's a little concerning because that can't be like that then. Like, it's definitely going to need to be wider. So... I don't know. It's not important right now. How fucking wide? How long is that? 40 feet. 30. Like 30, almost 40 feet? I gotta check how long my garage is outside. That's fucking crazy. That's awesome though that they have Teslas. That is fucking awesome. What else they got in here? A fucking ladder. This is ridiculous. I mean, come on. This is crazy. What is that? Rails for the garage door. Oh my god. This is unbelievable. Do it yourself. What is that? Oh. I wanted to see, what was I just thinking about? Oh, the Tesla charger, yeah. Do they have... It's like... Well, this is dumb, though. How do you... What the fuck? They don't have an in-ground pool? Well, there's absolutely no way I'm getting a pool above ground. Not even a fucking chance. Mailbox. I wanted, fitness equipment. There it is. So this is interesting. Yeah, this is interesting. I don't know. It's like, yeah, maybe you put a gym in the basement. I don't know. Wow, that's so small. That's small. That's funny. This is going pretty well though, even though I'm building all this on the fucking ground floor. Is there a way to like duplicate it? I doubt it. Can't even duplicate the thing. I don't know for certain, but I'm almost positive that this didn't have all of this stuff the first time I looked at this. Cause like that was crazy, the amount of cars and shit that was in there. Bathtub, showers, mirrors. This is crazy. This is crazy, broski. Pre-built sets. Look at this shit. This is actually insane. What is that? I wish I told you like how much roughly this shit was gonna cost. That's crazy. This is the stuff that just irks me to no end. That's ridiculous. This is the stuff that like I just don't. It even has the PlayStation logo on it. That doesn't. How are you gonna call it generic in game console and then actually have the PlayStation logo on it? Like what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. That's got to be illegal. This is the stuff though, like I don't want any of this shit in my house. Like, I really don't. Like, no, maybe, like, I don't even want a projector. Like, I don't want to watch TV. Like, I don't want guitars on my wall. Like, I don't want this foosball table. I don't want a pool. I mean, like, maybe a pool table. Maybe. Piano, like, I don't know how to play piano. Computer, absolutely. Big Bertha over here. SpaceX Mission Control. That's what my computer's named. Fuck you, Mac Pro. I don't know. We need to build the room before we actually did this, but I don't know. Just not my style. Some of the stuff, like as far as like, not like what this looks like, but like the things that you know, is actually just the concepts. Just not stuff that I normally would do. This is kind of cool that like it actually has some things that are from brands, like actual brands. I don't know many of these brands at all. I guess I've heard of Ralph Lauren before, but I don't know. This is pretty impressive. I don't know what the end game is with this type of software. Like, I mean, can you like actually use this? Do you have to pay for it? There's literally, I don't know anything about interior design, so I don't think I've ever really used any of these things or seen any of them. I've definitely looked through this brands before, and I don't think I own anything close to any of these brands. My eyes are starting to hurt. I don't know how streamers stream for 8 hours, 24 hours, million hours. It's crazy. Home by Me. It's kind of cool. Let's see. Oh, wait a second. Technical equipment. Oh, fuck. Come on. Oh, I thought that was it. Oh, god damn it. This is important, though. Definitely need cameras. Oh, what is that? Interphone? No, I want a camera. I want cameras. I'm gonna need to figure that out whenever like I actually build a house. And then I want I have this on the list already. Absolutely no keys. We are not carrying keys. It's gonna be biometric. It's either gonna be biometrics to unlock doors or numbers. Absolutely no keys. Oh man, I'm pissed off about that though. What is this? I'm pissed off that they don't have a electric charger for Teslas. Do they have a furnace? Just like pop your furnace in. Is that a split? A mini split? That's funny. Holy fuck, I'm actually having a lot of fun with this. Quarter turn still. Okay. Interesting. Do people have double doors in the front? Is that a normal thing? Huh. Need more water. Shit, boy. All right, let's look back at this for a second, though, because I need inspiration. It's also very hot. I'm turning the fan on. If we're going to continue doing this, I need to turn the fan on. It's hot. Let's do this and our thing here and see. So like a living room. Also, interesting thing. I saw a thing the other day. I sent it to Amanda. Like a conversation pit. Something that was like way back in the day. Let's type in modern conversation pit. Yeah. This is kind of fucking cool. I think this is one of the ones that I saw. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing to have. But I can't think of like pros or cons to that. But it's an idea. I'm going to type it in. Conversation pit? Question mark? Conversation pit? Don't know. Maybe. Let's go back to the floor plans, please. That's weird looking. That's also not a floor plan. I wanted a floor plan. This is kind of cool. Couldn't really get away with it, honestly, I don't think. And like I said, here's my opinion on like pools. I have an above ground pool. My parents' house. I would never do it. Never, ever, ever, ever. If I'm gonna do it, it's gonna be in ground. And honest to God, I'd probably rather have a hot tub, like something like this. Probably rather have that. One of those other hot tubs with like the above ground hot tubs. I don't actually think that's. What in the fuck is that? That is nuts. Curved wall. Okay. All right, this is a little too much. We're getting into the California ridiculous tax bracket here. That's not necessary. I'm just trying to look for some inspiration, just some like ideas. Holy shit. Why is everything on one floor? Or is it not on one floor? Kind of looks like it's all on one floor. We want a quadruple garage. And we want independent doors. Because adjoining doors, not a good idea. Morning room. What the fuck is a morning room? Seriously. It's like a kind of like a table and a window. What the fuck is that? If you're just joining us, we're building a house. This is what we got so far. 4 Teslas in a garage. And this little guy here. But we've got this document, we're putting it together. A lot to do here. And there's really no reason I should be doing this because I'm not building this anytime soon, but it's kind of fun. So, but I want to do, I'm actually really having fun with this, and I think this is kind of somewhat valuable, even though like this is maybe more entertainment value just because like I'm just being an asshole. But I think it would be cool to do this like with the MJS site, like I was mentioning. I think it would be beneficial for me to do that. Maybe get people to ask some questions and shit like that. I think that would be somewhat beneficial just to kind of see like what I do, my thought process, and just kind of talk through it. So excited about that. But this is just a fun little project that I'm obviously going to need to. I don't know why in the hell. It's like you can do some things, and then some things are really cool about this, and then some other things are just like, why the hell can't I do something that should be so straightforward? I just want to select all of this stuff and like copy it to the basement or something like that. So, does this thing have a sauna? I really want a sauna. That would be crazy. Do we have saunas in here? Sauna. Oh, fuck. What the hell? So, like, you lied to me? There's no sauna? Bath. What the hell is that? That is pretty nice. Alright, well, that doesn't make any sense. That's very tiny. And we're not even on the bathroom yet, but I wanted to see about the saunas. This is cool. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this. When this project actually commences in 5 to 10 years, I'm gonna really enjoy this. Yep, we're talking now. Some with the jets, and right here almost jets, waterfall, something like that. Yeah, we'll figure this out. Where is the goddamn... Why don't they have like a sauna? They do have like a lot. It's like very strange. It's like they have a lot of stuff that you wouldn't think that they would have, and then they have just like some other thing. Link is in the chat if anybody's interested in trying this out for themselves. That's pretty cool. Bars and stools, chairs, benches, storage. Mailbox. Oh my god. Maybe we'll get a gate. That's kind of ridiculous. I don't think you need a gate. No, this one's got a weird thingy in it. Not really a big fan of fences. Like, I want, like, if I do all this, like, I want to make sure that I'm not living next to a jagoff. Like, and I don't want to be the jagoff. So, like, you know, like, I want to have, like, be friends with my neighbors and have my kids be able to, like, you know, they have kids, play with, you know, the neighborhood kids and stuff like that. And if you, like, hit a ball over into somebody else's yard, have them not fucking, you know, kill you. This is unnecessary. What do you need plates for? Interesting. Well, I want to continue to build this. I just don't know exactly what kind of, almost like a floor plan to kind of like lay out. I just need some more inspiration of, what the hell? Left side, right side. I'm stuck on this in general, but I'm also really stuck. Like, where, if I was going to work from my house, where should the office be? I'm definitely going to have a home office to some degree. Something like I have here in my, what is this, fucking 6x4 corner of my room right now that is currently functioning as my office. Where am I gonna put that? Am I gonna put that on the main floor? Am I gonna put that in the basement? Am I gonna put that on the second floor? Office. Also, I would like it to be a dual office. Both myself and Amanda. But I don't know. Maybe the main floor. I'm having trouble visualizing the layout of these types of things. But like a garage on the basement, though, that might be a little easier. So like if we do that, let's just commit to this idea of having this 4-car garage drive through underneath the house, like on the basement level, and then attached to the basement you have something like this. So this is our garage, and then we'll just throw a door in here. Fuck it, send it. Build. This is like a door. I guess it's an interior door, folding door. Do you have a black door? No? I don't know what door to use. I don't know what kind of doors people use. Just an opening. that? Looks like a screen door almost. I have no idea. It doesn't really matter. Which one of these are the coolest? Kind of like this one, I guess. And you just put this door right in the middle. I don't know if we have a middle. Yep, we don't have a middle. Doesn't matter. Right there works. And that would probably open into the garage. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it matters. Can you even flip it? Oops, didn't mean to do that. Can you flip that at all? I'm not even sure how that works. Yeah, change wall side. That's cool. That is fucking nice. Yeah, I don't know. That's another interesting thing, though. Is like... Are door handles always on the left? When they open out? I don't know the answer to that question. That's an interesting question, though. But something like that. So, like, this would be the garage. This would be the garage. And then you'd walk into, like, the basement, which... I don't know, man. I would love to have, like, a gym down there. Like I said, I would love to have that. Does the basement change? No, it doesn't. That's so stupid. Deleting the basement. This is technically the basement, so I fucked the whole thing up anyway. But something like this. And then you would have a door. You'd have a garage. You'd have a door into the basement. You'd have... be cool to have a gym. I have no idea how much room you would need for a gym whatsoever. And then somewhere there would need to be stairs that goes upstairs. And it would actually be cooler if I segmented this basement into a couple parts, and one being like I really would love like a mud room type thing. I don't know. I think we might call it for this evening just because I'm playing around with this and I should probably go to sleep at a reasonable hour. But this is fun. I'm going to do this again. I'm absolutely going to do the MJS site, like building that and talking through that because that is dope. I don't know. There's probably a better way to do that. Like a better way to like explain all that and like make it in videos where it's like actually talking about that. But it's something that I've wanted to do for a while, so I'm definitely going to do that. But yeah, so... regardless though, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Appreciate that if you stopped on through here. Talked about a lot of good stuff, and I'm excited. So yeah, tomorrow should be a big day. I know we're hanging out with Amanda, but in the later half of the day, the positive side of what I did today is that I don't have to worry about like producing any episodes tomorrow. I just promote it, so hopefully I can get up and just fucking hammer something. Whether it's the site or probably not this because this is like a fun thing that doesn't need done. But yeah, so MJS site, something like that. Excited, let's get it. So thank you guys again so much for tuning in. Always appreciate it. I will talk to you